Today's comparison of chamber grands, sometimes referred to as the grand for all seasons. Well, this is the SK-5 Shigeru Kawai grand piano and the GX-5 K Kawai grand piano. Details are coming up. Hi, Ted Barcelou for Alamo Piano Galleries. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you have questions or comments, feel free to leave them. We also have gotten a lot of our ideas from these comments for videos. And also, if you haven't already, take a look at our store at alamopianogalleries.com, and we have a lot of our inventory on display there. As promised, this is the chamber grand comparison between the SK-5 and the GX-5. Now, both of these pianos have so much in common. It's kind of a hard question when someone asks, what's the difference besides the price? And just to give you an idea in price, these pianos measure exactly the same, except in a lot of the construction details and the manufacturing process. And also, when you sit down and play them, you can tell the difference. There is a difference in price. A lot of the things in theory that are contained in the GX-5 are also contained in the SK-5. But the point of refinement is what's really hard to distinguish. In terms of being a manufactured piano from an assembly line, that's what the GX-5 is. In terms of being manufactured and handcrafted piano, that's exactly what the SK-5 is. And so there is a marked difference. And not just the labor intensity and the labor quality and the labor quantity, there is an extensive difference in the choice of materials. Every single product, resource, and component that goes into the SK, the Shigeru Kawai, is top of the line, grade A or grade AAA, however they rate it, it's the top of the line, from the soundboard selection of the Sitka spruce, to the rim selection of the inner and outer rims, which they have their Kansai Kantegi rims are on both pianos, but all of the materials are going to be the choice, hand-selected materials and handcrafted materials into the SK-5 piano, while the GX is an assembly line piano with the exact same dimensions and measurements and probably very close to the same schematic. They both have the Millennium 3 carbon fiber action. They both have extended keys, and the key length are going to be identical. They both have the Neotex key tops. The inner rims and outer rims, the Kansai Kantegi rim is manufactured the same way. All the processes are close to the assembly. I mean, it's still a piano. They both look exactly alike. When you sit out and play them, they're going to kind of play a lot alike, but you're going to have one that's just going to really speak to you more, and that's usually going to be the SK. The emphasis being that the SK is a handcrafted machine from beginning to end, and when they're finished with that piano, the man responsible for it, the main overseer, the handcrafter on that piano, signs his name, and one of his affiliate component master piano artisans within the first 2 years of you owning that piano will come and temper and tune and arrange that piano for the environment where you place it in your home or in your venue or wherever the location is. And in terms of sound, we have some sound comparisons that we can compare these two pianos. And I can tell you that if it's a blindfold test, you can still feel a difference in the vibrations, not just in the tone, but when you play them, the vibrations coming through the keys and what you feel coming through your chest cavity and your body, your bones, is really a different, you can tell fundamentally that there is a really major change in the foundation. Let's see how much of that difference between the two that you can hear through the internet. And they were both recorded the same way. We use our Earthworks 3.0, I think, microphone system, and they should have balanced signals, but there's going to be a difference in tone, and let's see who can tell and who can't. I will tell you this. When I didn't talk about this until now that after we listened to him, I thought, you know, I'm going to need to mention this. The hammers are specifically different on the Shigeru Kawai piano. That is one thing that the GX has standard hammers and the Shigeru Kawai has upgraded hammers, and they have a different way of doing the underfelt and using choicer materials on it. It does make a difference. You can tell just like in the strike force and in the consistency. It's almost like, I don't know how to say it. It's just like finer tuning something that you go from this model to this model and you have to justify the price difference. And the price difference between these two pianos, I believe the GX-5 lists for around $70,000 and the SK-5 lists for somewhere over $100,000, around 108 or 109. So there's a big price difference between the two, and that price difference is reflected, and they've talked about this at Kawai. It's reflected in, they have it as reduced as they possibly can, but choice materials do cost more money and higher grade labor, and the attention to detail that handcrafted items require, it's just labor intensive. And so if you have any questions or comments on that, and please, tell me the truth about what you think the difference between the SK-5 and the GX-5 in terms of that, and try not to weigh out the price difference, because if it were me, I don't know, it's kind of a choice whether money matters or not. It's usually, but it's always nice to like make believe it doesn't matter and see which one you would really go for. And with that, I will sign off. This is Ted Barsalou with Alamo Piano Galleries. Thank you for your time and interest in these chamber grand pianos. And I think this might be one of the very first SK-5 and GX-5 comparison videos, because I couldn't find a whole lot of them out there. So with that, we'll look for you next time here at Alamo Piano Galleries.